Alright, today I'm going to make a rifle camo wrap. So I'm just going to show you what I'm using. I've got some scrim, got some elastic band to tie the ends, some plastic plant crap, and some zip ties. So first I have to work out the length that I'm going to need for the rifle I'm going to use it on. I've already started doing it. So that's the length I've come up with, but it's still a little bit too short, so I've got to cut another length. Which way does this go? Doesn't matter. Alright, now when I cut it, I don't cut it straight. Cut it in a sort of a zigzag. But I also make sure that I cut it wide enough so when it's wrapped it doesn't shrink, because you want to pull it with some tension. So there you go. As you can see, not cut straight on a for a reason, as I explained earlier. So this is the first time I've done this, so it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. So I want to connect these two together. So I could I might zip tie them together. Do that one again because that one looks like shit. Alright, now this is the final, well, it's not the final product, but this is what I've come up with. Now how many leaves that you want to put on is totally up to you, and obviously the colour of the leaves is obviously important to the terrain that you're going to be fighting in. So even if you can't find, I couldn't really find the colour that I wanted, but I mean if I really wanted to I could paint these leaves, but I think it's close enough to what I want. So the next thing I'm going to do is make a place for the a loop to attach it to the rifle, or gel blaster in this case. So this is some elastic band. So I'm just going to cut this in half. I have no idea what I'm doing. Probably the best way would be make a couple of slots. Right, now I've got most of the wrap on, and I'm finding I've got a couple little blank spots. So what I'm going to do is just add some. So next time I wrap it up, I should have enough on there. Alright, so I'm getting to the end of the wrap, and I've got to work out a way that I can fix this. So probably, so what I've come up with is just this I've kept it quite long, but this all comes down to basically, you know, what sling you're using. I use a 1-point sling 90% of the time, so it's not going to be a problem. So all I'm going to do is wrap that around like that, and then do that. And where the knot is, I'll cover that with a leaf. Alright, so what I've ended up doing for the end, doesn't look pretty, but just put another leaf over the knot. Now at this point I'm just going to go over it and see if there's any places where I could add leaves or want to add leaves. So for those in Australia, I bought this plastic leaf stuff from Spotlight. Cost me, it's quite expensive, it's like $19. It's about a metre long. So just here, I might put a couple of pieces here, here and here. Other than that, it's pretty much finished. Other than that, it's pretty much finished. I think you got to make sure that be aware of that when you do your wrap, that it doesn't impinge the action of your gel blaster or your airsoft rifle. So hence why that still, you know, has room to move. I can still engage the charge handle. Don't recommend wrapping it through the trigger guard. If I will make a different way of wrapping this, so I don't have to do that. But for generally, they give you the effect of what it looks like. I think it come up pretty good. So what I'll do is I add a couple of more pieces on, and then we'll wrap it up with the final build. Alright, just for a experiment, I'm just going to grab a standard M4 A1 and put the same wrap on it and see how much of an effect it makes on it. Keep in mind also that a lot of this shine on these leaves is due to the lamps, which are LED, so I won't know until I get out in the daylight, but still I'm going to give it a bit of a dusting with some light khaki. Alright, stand by.